Good afternoon. I am Dr. Bhaskar, one of the doctors in the clinic today. I have come to discuss about the health condition about your father. So may I know your type is what? Okay, so how may I address you?
I'm Madhurima.
Okay. So Miss
Madhurima.
Madhurima, okay, fine. We have come to discuss regarding your father's health condition right now, what he is going through. So may I know about what are the things that you know about your father or you been through so far?
Yes, my father, he was admitted a few days ago because he had fever and cough and he had an infection. We actually have been his primary caregivers for a really long time. Like my mother and me, we've been treating him. Like she's been treating him for the past 20 years, and he's a special. He has a disability, multiple actually. He has Parkinson's, he has dementia, he has epilepsy. So I want to know why we can't just take him home. Like we've done this a lot of times, and every single time we go to the hospital, like they just give him treatment and within like 3-4 days he's discharged and we go home. But over here he's really agitated. I can see him every day, like he can't sleep at night at all because it's so noisy in the wards, and in the morning he's restless. So I just feel like, and even my mother, we strongly feel like we should just take him home.
Yeah, I can really understand the pain that you are going through right now. I can imagine that situation will be really tough for you. But depending on your father's present condition right now, so he is having an infection in his urinary tract. So can you know what I'm going to try to make you understand? So and that infection, it may be because of some bugs in the body, and that infection from the urinary tract, it has spread through the bloodstream, and it has spread in his blood to several different parts. So in the medical term we call it a sepsis. So right now that bug has given him the infection for which he is not able to actually, in fact he is deteriorating a bit for that.
But can't you just give him antibiotics at home? Because at home it's a familiar environment, it's familiar faces, he'll be comfortable, I feel like he'll recover better. He just get worse.
I know what your concerns like, you are thinking like, but the thing is that unfortunately these antibiotics, if we give him and if we monitor him, because he is not able to eat properly, so we are putting him on, giving him fluids through the blood channels, and we are, as a team, we are trying to maintain him and monitoring him all the time, because sometimes there may be an increase or decrease in the infection, so depending on the treatment protocol it changes actually.
But like we've been to many hospitals before and we've done this, like give me a time limit, when is he going to get better, when can we take him home?
As of now, depending on his present status, he may be requiring some time, and I'll be talking with my senior consultants and our expert team of the ICU care team who is looking after him. And we'll update you from time to time, maybe every 4 hours or 6 hours we'll be updating you what his present status is like. And once he is stable, then maybe you can take him home.
But there's nobody communicating with me, and are you aware that he has written an advance directive a few years ago that he really does not want any extreme measures to unnecessarily increase his life.
Yeah, we are definitely going to respect his dignity, and depending on the best interest of the patient, we will try to give him all sorts of comfort care. And if you know about any such kind of disease, then you can definitely let us know. We are there to support you and help you through all these difficult times. Then we have got all sorts of team as a support. We'll be providing with all sorts of support and information and whatever you can kind of support that you need.
I just feel like he is not getting the proper one-to-one care. He is not, because he is not normal. Like he's special needs, right? He has dementia. He gets really agitated in unfamiliar environments. We have been taking care of him for so long. Like me and my mother, we have been solely, our lives are devoted to this. I come home from work and I get to it. My mother, she's into it all day. We know exactly what we can do to calm him down, and the people over here, they don't, and I feel like they don't care.
I appreciate your concerns, but right now he is having some medical problems, and because of these medical problems he is having that agitation and kind of restlessness which you told that is a bit increased more because of it. And once he's medically he is fit and stable, then maybe he'll be in a better position for us also to get him discharged. And regarding the kind of support that I told you, we are always there to update you about him for any kind of extra needs or any kind of how many dependents does he have on him?
Just me.
Okay, so you are the caregiver?
Yeah, and me and my mother. I am the primary care.
Okay, so for that also we have got the occupational support teams, and then there are teams for which you can talk for any kind of financial assistance also if you need. And these things are also there for your help and cooperation actually. And so till now are you getting what I am trying to make you understand?
But I just don't understand because like we've done this before multiple times. It's not the first time. The thing is, he always gets discharged. I don't understand why it's like taking so long.
As of now, he is not in a position to be discharged because he is needing some antibiotics. And antibiotics are those kind of drugs which are used to kill these bacteria or viruses, the bugs which have infected his body. So he'll be requiring it for some more time. And depending on his further improvement, we have to then decrease or increase the dose, which may not be possible.
But I feel like isn't he worsening? Like I haven't seen him get better. Like I feel like he's just getting worse. Like are these medicines actually working?
Yeah, I can understand what you are trying to say, but as because he has already got this form of chronic diseases, like you have told that he has got Parkinson's disease, then he has got some form of epilepsy and he has got dementia as well. So in this kind of conditions, medical conditions or the kind of urinary infection which he is having right now, so because of these infections, the other chronic diseases can get worsened at times. So we are looking after him, the best team is looking after him, and we are trying to give him the best possible care from our side. And if there is any other things that you want to know from us, then we can definitely arrange another meeting also for you if you require.
Yes, I would like that actually. I would like to talk to if there is any way at all, if he can just shift him, because if these are his final days, I think he would prefer being in comfort in a familiar environment with people he knows and loves, rather than in a agitated and an unfamiliar environment. He can't sleep, it's so noisy, he's confused. I feel like he wouldn't have wanted that.
I'm so sorry to hear that, but unfortunately we cannot discharge him on that ground because as per his situation demands and for his best interest, we have to keep him in the hospital for some few more days. And we'll try to give him all sorts of comfort here. We'll try to relieve his pain. We'll try with some pain medications, and we'll try to relieve his discomfort and agitation with some other medications are there which is going to help him. And we'll try to maintain all his dignity and final wishes. So anything else or any other concerns that you are having from this meeting?
Well, I just feel like we can give antibiotics at home, if that is what is required.
No, I'm really sorry to say that this sort of antibiotics, they need proper monitoring. And as he is having some chronic diseases, so we need to check his blood levels and his blood sodium and blood potassium, his electrolyte levels, and the infection markers also needs to be checked from time to time. This may not be possible for you at home. That's why.
If there is any special medical help that you can give, that maybe they could come to our house and help out. Like can you not arrange for that?
Right now, the present state in which he is in, he requires absolute medical care. It's very unfortunate on my part to tell you that, but that is what it is like. But so I told you that we shall try to give you all sorts of support, like whatever is required from your side.
Isn't there anybody else that I could speak to? Maybe anybody?
Yes, I can definitely arrange for another meeting with a team of doctors and consultants if you want me to do so.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Set time up.
Good morning, I am Dr. Shreya, I am the registrar in this hospital, and today I am here to discuss your condition with you. May I confirm your name, please?
I am Bella Roy.
I want to discuss your condition with you, is that alright?
Yes.
May I know how much you know about your condition?
So I have had fever, I was feeling unwell, and loss of appetite. I thought it's viral something, so I went to my GP and he referred me to the consultant. I was prescribed a bunch of tests, and I can tell by his body language that the results might not be that great, and it's been keeping me up. I've been really anxious about the results.
So I have your results of the biopsy that they did, taking your tissue sample
Yes.
from the lymph nodes which we found on the imaging we did. So that I have those results. Would you like me to discuss it with you?
Yes, please.
Do you want someone else with you at this moment?
No.
So I have the results, and I'm afraid the result isn't what we hoped for.
What do you mean?
So I have gone through your biopsy results, and they seem to suggest that you might have a condition called as Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is basically a cancer which affects the
You're
lymph.
telling me it's cancer? I knew it. I knew the results were not going to be positive, but cancer, it's been bothering me. I could tell it would be cancer. Why me? What now?
I'm really sorry, this must be very hard for you. Would you want like some time to process this? Would you like me to tell you more about this?
How far am I in?
So, in order to know that, I will need to involve more doctors who are looking into you. I need to involve a cancer doctor, blood doctor, and the senior multidisciplinary team who will decide how long you are. But right now, it does not look very good.
If it's really bad, I want to get admitted right now. Can I get admitted today? Can I get started with the treatments?
Of course, we will get you started on the treatment. Before we get you started on the treatment, we will have to formulate a plan, and we can get started with those. But I want to tell you that there are treatments in place for this condition, and not all have a very poor outcome, and with treatment you might have a good outcome. There are lots of people who do have good outcomes as well with treatment.
But how long do I have to wait? Like, I want to get it started right away because I feel like, what if it gets worse?
Yes, we will be getting you started as soon as possible. So we will be looking at the markers you have and what kind of treatment will suit you more, and for that we will be consulting a multidisciplinary team and a cancer doctor and a blood doctor who will decide the best possible treatment for your condition.
Now I'm scared. What if the treatments don't work? Because I've seen my aunt, she went through cancer and she died. She was in so much pain. What if that happens to me, the treatments and medications don't work?
And I understand that you must be very scared right now, but while it is true that not every time we have the best results that we hope for, but there are also lots of possibilities that you may have a good outcome, and we must go in hoping for the best outcome.
You see, my aunt, she died of cancer, and now I have cancer. I have this little brother. I'm scared he's also going to have this condition.
If you're scared about your brother, we can do some tests, and for that we can consult a geneticist or other cancer doctor to find out if he has a likelihood of developing such cancer.
Is it like a family thing? Because he's also so young.
Not necessarily, but it can be a possibility.
And that's so sad because I just can't believe this. I have it right now. What are my best options right now? Is there anything that is short term and is curable?
Yeah, Hodgkin's lymphoma can be curable. A lot of people respond well to something which we call chemotherapy, where we give drugs, medicines, or a radiation therapy where we put some radiation. So that is a possibility.
How long is it going to take?
It does take time, but in order to confirm, I will talk to the senior consultants and the multidisciplinary team and let you know exactly.
You see, I've heard chemo has a lot of side effects. What side effects can I have?
Yes, chemo can have a lot of side effects, like you can have nausea, you can have vomiting, your blood cells may decrease, you can have infections. However, these days there are better drugs and there are better options to manage the side effects and to bring them down as much as possible, and we will be trying to do that in your case.
just so scared. What if after all those side effects, I still don't get better?
In a percentage of the cases, it can happen that the cancer comes back, and that is a possibility that we must keep in mind. However, before starting the treatment, we must not think of the worst outcomes, and we must go in hoping for the best.
I just don't see the end of the tunnel, you know. You're telling me it's gonna come back, and the treatment, it has side effects. I don't know what to do from here.
Would you like to have somebody else with you to discuss this?
No.
And do you have anybody who can take decisions for you if you get worse
Yes.
during your treatment? Who would you like to nominate for
Well,
that?
I have my partner. I have other people, but I just need some time with this.
Do you wish to document your wishes regarding your treatment and how much treatment and what you would like right now in the event?
I just want to get started with the treatments as soon as possible, because all I know is maybe I'll have a better chance at getting better or beating this cancer if
But
I get
would you
started.
like to write down your wishes regarding your treatment?
I'll do so. I'll do whatever is required.
So, do you have any other concern?
I just want to get started with the treatment. That's my only
Alright.
concern.
So I will summarize what we have gone through till now. You have come with fever and loss of appetite, and we have done some tests. We have done an X-ray which showed that you have large lymph nodes in your chest, and we have done a tissue sampling from that lymph node, and that suggests that you have a condition called Hodgkin lymphoma, which is basically a cancer of the lymph nodes, the lymph tissue. And for that, we will be consulting a multidisciplinary team, and you can consult with them, you can discuss your issues with them, and they will be deciding on the best course of treatment for this condition. And we will be discussing these things with your partner as well, and once we can formulate the best course of action, we will start you on treatment. You are worried about the cancer side effects, and we will give you appropriate medications and drugs so that your side effects will be as less as possible. And if you need any other support, we can refer you to a nurse or a social support if that is required.
That's alright. It's just worried about the pain. How painful is this going to get? Am I going to go through a lot of pain?
Yes, you may have some pain, but we will give you drugs to manage your pain.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much.